you guys, welcome back and I hope you guys are doing great. So today's video is slightly different if you haven't noticed already. My videos are usually on the makeup side, but skincare is also something that I'm interested in, so I thought I would make one for you guys. I wish this is something my past self watched so that I could have stopped the habits that I did, because of which I'm making this video. My skin is not perfect, it is nowhere close to being perfect, at least what I consider perfect, but it is also the closest to perfect that it has ever been. So right now at this point I do not have really good skin, but I'm fine with it and I have started to feel a lot more comfortable with it. So yeah, these are some habits that I used to do in the past that I wish you guys would watch, and if you're doing right now, would just stop and never repeat again. Please learn from my mistakes is what the point of this video is. Let's start with the fact that I have dry, acne-prone skin. Yes, worst of the worst combination possible. I do have dry skin, but at the same time I struggle a lot with acne. Even though things are better now, they were a lot worse before. So the first one is gonna be skipping sunscreen and moisturizer. So yes, I'm pretty sure you've seen this advice from a lot of different people. I don't need to repeat everything for you, but I'm just gonna say the mistake that I personally did. So thankfully I could go to a dermatologist and my mom thought it was important for me, so we did go to a dermatologist and she stressed about sunscreen so much, but the one that she gave me, I just hated the consistency. And she even told me to apply this indoors, outdoors, but I just never listened to it. So even if I had the resource, I just never made proper use of it. So my main mistake in here was not taking efforts to actually find a consistency that I like, or just telling my dermatologist that I absolutely hate the consistency and to suggest something else. Let alone 3 fingers, I could barely apply one whole finger of that sunscreen to my face. I could have been using sunscreen ever since I was 14-15, but I just never did. Now that what I've done is try to find different sunscreens, see what I like. If now you're hating a certain sunscreen, stop using it. There is a lot on the market. Try to branch out and see what suits you the best, what consistencies you like and what your face likes. So yeah, that was my mistake. Sunscreen isn't just for skin cancer and stuff. It's important for hyperpigmentation. It's important for unevenness that you're facing on your skin. If these are the issues that you want to tackle, a sunscreen is a must in your routine. Let's move to the second part of that point. Skipping on a moisturizer. The audacity that I had as a dry skin person to skip a moisturizer. I cannot believe myself. I did not like the moisturizer that I had, and also for some reason I like the dry skin feeling. Now that I'm used to having a moisturizer on my skin all the time, so it feels really weird, but thinking about it, it's wild. I cannot believe myself. So I personally did not like my moisturizer because it used to just feel a little greasy on my face. I did not like that feeling. Now I found something that suits my taste, so don't think of it as a way to just stop using that particular product, because moisturizers are important for you. Not just for dry skin, even for oily skin. The oils in your face aren't gonna make up for the lack of moisture that your face is going through. So yeah, do not skip on your moisturizer. It prevents water loss, it hydrates your skin properly, and if you're getting into the whole exfoliation thing, a moisturizer is going to make sure that your skin barrier is maintained and is healthy all the time. So there is just so many things a moisturizer can sort out. I cannot believe my past self. The second point is not cleansing my makeup properly, or thinking that I've cleansed my makeup properly just because I used a coconut oil. Yeah, I've been there. We have been there. So the things that you need to remember. Your face wash isn't gonna take off your makeup. Your makeup needs something oil-based so it can be broken down. If you do not remove your makeup is gonna clog your pores, which is gonna result into a lot more skincare issues than what you're already facing. Take a cleansing balm, take a cleansing oil, and that's the way you wanna take your makeup off. You need something that emulsifies, and once it emulsifies, you also need to go ahead with another cleanser to take all of that off. A coconut oil might feel like it's not drying your skin out, so you might feel like that's a better option for your face. It feels like it's not drying your skin out, not because it's hydrating your skin, but because it just leaves a film of oil on your face. That whole film is later gonna clog your pores. No one wants that. Stop using the damn coconut oil. Get a micellar water, get a cleansing oil. These are just way better options. Start taking care of it now. I'm sure your skin will be thankful a few years later. The third thing would be using clean and clear face wash to wash my skin, or thinking that squeaky dry skin is gonna help me with my acne. I'm sure at some point everyone has used a clean and clear face wash and it felt like, wow, it makes your skin look really good. The whole stripping feeling, it's not just making your skin clean, which is what you're probably thinking, but it's also stripping your skin off of the natural oils that your skin actually needs, that is necessary for your skin barrier. All of these things are going to be destroyed by one single product. If there is any face wash that you're using that makes your skin feel tight, that's your cue to just stop using it. No, do not even find any other use for it. Throw it in the bin. Let's move on to the fourth point. The fourth point is thinking that only my dermatologist can help me. Now obviously dermatologists are way more qualified than anyone without the degree that the dermatologist has. But there are also ways for you to learn about your own skin. There are hundreds of resources available nowadays, especially on the internet, that can help you learn what mistakes you're making, learn what products that you should be using, learn what your skin's concerns are and what you should be using to treat those concerns. Take some effort for yourself, and I'm not saying you listen to YouTubers randomly. Find someone who's actually knowledgeable. There are so many dermatologists themselves on YouTube and stuff that I'm sure you'll be able to find someone that you enjoy watching and from whom you can learn a lot. My whole point wasn't that you shouldn't be going to a dermatologist. Obviously, if you have the chance to go to a dermatologist, go to a dermatologist. They're gonna be helpful. They're gonna be such good help for you, but do not feel like you need to depend on them for every single thing. Things like a moisturizer and sunscreen, these are things that you can do for yourself too. Know yourself better. Find things for yourself too. It will probably make your dermatologist a little happier too if you start understanding the importance of few things that they have been telling you. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Moving on to the fifth point, not being consistent with the things that my dermatologist has given me. So I've spent so much of my money, so much of my effort, so much of my dermatologist's effort in creating things that are gonna help my skin, but I'm only following up with the things that I feel like I can see effect in. So maybe I have 5 step routine, but I do not like 2 of them, so I just skip it all and just follow up with 3. 3 is gonna help, but that 5 that someone knowledgeable has told you to is definitely gonna help a lot more. If your dermatologist has told you something, follow it up consistently. If you have issues with anything, bring it up to them. You're paying money, get your money's worth out of it. I would even go as far as to say, try to maintain a really good relationship with the dermatologist that you're talking to. A lot of times it happens that the dermatologists themselves think that the person sitting in front of them isn't gonna understand the purpose of these products, so they just tell you the process of them. But if you're really curious and if you really wanna know what things perform as and what things work on what, ask them. They're gonna explain it to you. Inquire why a particular product is being given to you. Just talk it out and try to gain knowledge from that aspect as well. The 6th one is not treating ingredients and buying. So the reason why I'm including this is just because a label says that it's gonna do something for your skin doesn't really mean it's gonna do something for your skin. It's all marketing at the end of the day, and brands wanna sell things to you. Just because something says it's a toner doesn't really mean it's gonna tone your skin. The real deal is at the back, the ingredient list. Now I'm not saying you need to identify every single piece of that ingredient list, but what you can do for yourself is look out for ingredients that you feel like are necessary for your skincare routine. So as I'm a dry skin person, things like glycerin, hyaluronic acid, these are things that really excite me, and I try to find products that are related to these. Even if you aren't looking out for a particular ingredient, just reading the ingredient list is always good to see if you're actually benefiting from the product or not. Paula's Choice is a good way to see what ingredient does what. I find that they have categorized it in a really good manner. There are also ratings for it, so good, poor, very good, best, so you know which ingredient is good for you, which ingredient is bad for you. Now an ingredient acts with other ingredients to make a particular formulation, so just because an ingredient individually is bad doesn't mean it's bad in the formulation, but it's a good way for you to realize what you're putting on your skin and if it's really being helpful to your skin. Stop reading the front label, turn your bottle around, read those things. I have bought things just because they were in my budget. So a 500 rupees toner, is it toning my skin or is it just rose water that people are selling to me for 500 rupees? Know your skincare needs. Don't just buy things because they are fitting your budget. Instead, try to work your budget around the things that you wanna buy for your skin. The 7th one is something that I did so often. Stop following YouTuber DIYs. DIYs aren't gonna help. That tomato that people are telling you to rub on your face, it's not gonna work. Just because a person has a larger platform, a big platform, does not mean that all the things that they say are gonna be right. Don't be blind when you're following someone. Research for yourself, study for yourself. I'm not saying do not take advice, but don't follow it blindly. The second last one, rubbing and wiping my skin harshly. This is not something that I learned. I did learn from it, but I still do it sometimes. I do not understand why you would want to induce wrinkles in your face. Your skin is way more delicate than you think. Stop using the same towel that you haven't washed for 2 weeks. Be consistent with washing your towels, your pillowcases even. Treat your skin delicately. Do not be harsh with it. Even while applying products, don't be... just be gentle. Treat it nicely. It's skin. It's very delicate. So the last one is very anticlimactic. Scrubs, ice cubes, yeah, all sort of those things. Ice is dangerous, not just for your skin, but it can damage a lot of things. Not gonna go into detail for that. Use a spoon or something, a proper device for it. Just don't go directly and put your face in an ice bath. It's not good for your skin. It's also not gonna get rid of acne and all. It's literally frozen water. If that was the solution, people would have not had acne at all. And the last point just says, if you haven't already, stop with the damn scrubs. Even after every single YouTuber telling you to not use them, stop using that ever used walnut scrub. It's just straight up bad. One good technique that I saw in Susan Yara's video was, if you apply something on your hand and it feels rough on your hand, there is a very high possibility or almost an assurance that it's gonna be harsh on your face as well. Talk to your skincare specialist. I'm sure they can suggest better things for you that are out there. Everything aside, I can assure you one thing, an ever used scrub is not gonna sort your problems. And yeah, we are done. I hope someone, even if it's just one person, finds an advice helpful and stop doing these practices and switch to something that is actually better for their skin. I do not even have the energy to do an outro, so yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment and subscribe. Tell me your skincare mistakes that maybe I'm doing right now that I should be stopping, and we can just have a whole conversation going on. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.